competition in St. Louis is a prestigious event that a select group of around 1,000 robotics teams from over a dozen countries are allowed to attend each season. Team 203 was one of these select teams.
What did you do to prepare for the upcoming competition?
To prepare for this competition, I just practiced with the robot to make sure I felt confident and I wasn't nervous going into driving the robot, so I could do everything I wanted to do with it.
Well, there was a lot that had to be done with the robot, such as making new parts for the gear mechanism and also making spare parts. So that took up a lot of my time. Also, there was other mechanisms that had to be perfected, like the hopper and the feeder mechanisms. So that was mostly what I concentrated my time on before nationals.
Were you nervous for any of this?
Well, actually, I've been in nationals before in my sophomore year. So this time going as a drive team, as the human player, it was more nerve-wracking, but you know, it was like the same day, just different year.
I've never been as far as Pennsylvania or Virginia. So going all the way out to St. Louis, Missouri, I was just wanting to have the experience and wasn't too nervous about the competition.
The CCTS Robotics Team 203 departed from New Jersey in the afternoon of April 24th. The bus ride was 16 hours long, 16 hours with small pit stops in between, forward and back.
What was the bus ride like?
So I slept for most of it because it was at nighttime and I was already exhausted, so I just got on the bus and went to bed.
16 hours was a lot to drive to St. Louis, but it was a little tiring, but it was fun to be there with your team, hang out, and be able to see all the sights on the way there.
When the team arrived at their hotel, they took some time to relax and prepare for the upcoming competition. The next afternoon, they took a brief tour to the Gateway Arch and the St. Louis City Museum, whilst the drive teams went to set up the pit and participate in the practice matches.
What was the initial experience of working with other teams?
Well, actually, working with different teams, it felt just like a regional competition, but it was amazing to see just the diversity of the teams there. Like, honestly, working to teams, it wasn't much different from working with like a New Jersey team or a Pennsylvania team, if they're from Canada or any other country. It really felt like, you know, they were just another team. Like, because in the end, we all speak the same language, we all speak robot, you know?
The actual competition lasted for 3 days, on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Our team competed well, making it to the semifinals after being picked into an alliance. In fact, our team had one of the highest point averages in our division.
What is it like competing on a national level?
I don't really think about competing on a national level. I just think about competing because we're all there for one goal and just to compete and have fun. It's more than robots. So to think of it as nationally, it doesn't really, I don't think of it like that.
Competing on a national level is nothing like I've experienced before. Just competing with our districts in MAR is a lot smaller. This was in a full football stadium with teams competing all around us. It was a lot harder and a lot more to get used to.
How do you think you did during the competition?
Just during nationals, I think I performed very well. Well, not I did. The drive team and the team in general. I mean, if I was to talk about drive team, we put up the highest numbers for gear delivery at the entire competition. Like, most of the top teams there were they were amazed at what we could do, and like we were just very amazing. And just the team, like the support they gave us, and just everything. Like, when you're there, you can feel the support, and when you're on the field, you can just you can really feel the encouragement that the team is giving you. So like, I think everybody just did great.
Even after the daily competitions, the team was kept busy. There was a baseball game and even a prom to attend. The trip certainly had a lot to offer.
Did you have fun?
I had fun. I love St. Louis, I love robotics, so I definitely think it's a great experience for anybody that wants to go out there, see what it's all about.
My favorite memory of the trip was just being around my friends with that experience. You know, just going to St. Louis by myself was great enough, but being with my friends and all having a great time, that really made the trip.
I definitely think it's a great experience for anybody that wants to go out there. If you want to see top-end technology, that's definitely where you have to go. It's a great trip to go on.
How do you think the future looks for Team 203?
The future for Team 203 looks bright because we're now expanding into new programming heights with vision tracking and using encoders to drive a robot, and then just getting a better sequence and planning out how we're going to build our robot during the build season.
Well, if we're going to talk about the future, I'm going to talk about the past, because I joined the team in 2015, and that's when we actually won MAR, when we won the entire region. And at that point, we thought that was our high. You know, we thought we could keep improving. But like this year, we almost made it to Einstein, which is the winners field of Worlds, which is like, there's like 8,000 something teams, and just being one of the best robots in the world, like that just feels great. So I'm actually really looking forward to the improvement, just because I joined like 2 years ago, right? And then just to jump from then, and then just seeing the future, looking at the future, like we have great mentors, we have great students, we have great upcoming students, we have great parent volunteers, and we have a great infrastructure, and I can't wait to see how it blossoms out.
Overall, the trip allowed the robotics team members to see more of the world whilst working to advance their team on a national level. Our first Team 203 has done amazing things and is recognized for it. Even if we are a small team from New Jersey, we can still do great things.